Justin Baldoni has filed a $400 million lawsuit against Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and her publicist Leslie Sloan.
Listen to this. The following is not a story plaintiffs ever wished to tell. Unfortunately, defendant Blake Lively has unequivocally left them with no choice, not only to set the record straight in response to Lively's accusations, but also to put the spotlight on the parts of Hollywood that they have dedicated their careers to being the antithesis of. That task was always going to be an uphill battle. They never imagined that they would encounter it to this degree. This sounds like the start of a story, like a movie.
All right, you guys, grab your popcorn because this drama is getting absolutely out of control. Just when we thought things couldn't get any messier between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, now Ryan Reynolds is getting dragged even deeper into the chaos. We're talking lawsuits, major Hollywood shade, and even a potential connection to Deadpool and Wolverine that might be way more personal than anyone realized. And trust me, you are not ready for this tea. We'll break it all down for you. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, as we already know, Blake Lively came out swinging back in December when she filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department, accusing Justin of harassment on the It Ends With Us set.
Bombshell lawsuit from a Hollywood star. Blake Lively is accusing her It Ends With Us co-star, Justin Baldoni, of sexual harassment. The complaint graphically details multiple allegations of harassment against both Baldoni, who directed the film, and the producer.
She claimed that he made unwanted physical advances, including improvised kissing, and created a hostile work environment. But that wasn't all. She also accused him of launching a full-on smear campaign against her after she confronted him about his behavior. And if that wasn't enough, she even alleged that he hired a PR crisis management team to basically bury her reputation.
One of the first accusations that's come out in this lawsuit is that Blake signed the paperwork to agree to work on this film, and after she signed it, Justin Baldoni had tried to add in more sex scenes. These allegations happened before the movie even began filming. Blake says that Justin tried to add these sex scenes in with her and even the younger version of her in the movie that weren't part of the book, included nudity, and she says it was done in an unsettling way.
But Justin is not backing down. His lawyer, Brian Freeman, called Blake's accusations a desperate attempt to fix her own bad image, saying that her claims are completely false and meant to distract from her own problematic behavior. And while that legal battle is still heating up, Justin also went after the New York Times, accusing them of publishing a biased, misleading article that deliberately took things out of context to make him look bad. And this is where things start getting really interesting, because Ryan Reynolds is right in the middle of it. According to Justin's lawsuit, Ryan Reynolds didn't just support Blake, he allegedly went off on Justin in the most humiliating way possible. The lawsuit describes a heated confrontation at Blake and Ryan's penthouse, where Ryan supposedly berated Justin in front of multiple people. And what triggered this whole thing? Well, according to Justin, it started with something completely harmless. So apparently Justin, who has multiple bulging discs in his back, was training for a physically demanding scene where he had to lift Blake. He asked his trainer, who was introduced to him by Blake, how much she weighed so he could make sure he could safely perform the lift. Seems reasonable, right? Well, the trainer told Blake, and she did not take it well. Next thing you know, Ryan Reynolds is coming at Justin full force, accusing him of fat-shaming Blake in a way that was so aggressive. Everyone in the room was stunned. The lawsuit even claims that a Sony representative and a longtime producer were present, and they were shocked by how Ryan spoke to Justin. One of them even admitted later that they regretted not stepping in to stop it. And after that confrontation, Blake allegedly refused to film the lift scene and even threatened to quit the movie entirely unless Justin gave in to her demands. Basically, she gave him an ultimatum: do things her way, or she was walking.
They would have never known that she deliberately and systematically robbed plaintiffs Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios of their movie. No one except the parties involved would have known that she used threats and extortion to relegate the colleagues she once highly praised to a basement to sit out their own premiere while she enjoyed the spotlight of a premiere and after party that was ultimately co-financed by both Wayfarer and Sony.
And we talk about for a second how this was Justin Baldoni at the movie premiere of his own movie in the basement with his friends and family because he could not be around Blake Lively.
But it doesn't stop there, because Ryan reportedly demanded that Justin apologize to Blake. And when Justin refused, because according to him, he had nothing to apologize for, Ryan got even more heated. And now, in a plot twist literally no one saw coming, Justin's legal team is accusing Ryan of mocking him in Deadpool and Wolverine. Yes, you heard that right. So let's talk about this nice pool situation, because this is where things take a seriously shady turn. Justin's legal team is now requesting that Disney retain all records and communications accusations related to the character Nice Pool from Deadpool and Wolverine because they believe Ryan Reynolds created the character to shade Justin Baldoni. For those who haven't seen it yet, Deadpool and Wolverine introduces a character named Nice Pool, played by Ryan Reynolds. And get this, Nice Pool is basically a super polite, overly friendly version of Deadpool, who also just so happens to have a man bun. Sound familiar? Well, a lot of people seem to think Nice Pool was directly inspired by Justin Baldoni. But here's where it gets even shadier. In the movie, Nice Pool makes some very specific comments like, "Where in God's name is the intimacy coordinator?" and complimenting Lady Pool for bouncing back after pregnancy. And if that sounds familiar, it's because those lines eerily resemble the same accusations Blake made against Justin on the It Ends With Us set.
Nice Pool was killed in the movie in front of a flower shop.
And he was killed by Lady Deadpool, who is played by Blake Lively.
Yeah.
So Blake Lively shoots Nice Pool to death in front of a flower shop called Little Sage. You know, remember in her lawsuit, she claims that Justin Baldoni was saging on set.
Oh my God, I didn't even put that together.
Yeah.
Nice Pool, the character that Ryan Reynolds plays, has a man bun. He also comments on Blake Lively's character and her body. Even makes comments in the movie like, "Where in God's name is the intimacy coordinator?" Well, anyway, the litigation letter doesn't only call to preserve any and all documents relating to Nice Pool, but also all of this. Communications relating to the development, writing, and filming of storylines and scenes featuring Nice Pool. All documents relating to or reflecting a deliberate attempt to mock, harass, ridicule, intimidate, or bully Baldoni through the character of Nice Pool. But this goes beyond Nice Pool because if you know anything about the first movie, then you know that Tim Miller, who was the director, did not return because of clashes between him and Ryan Reynolds. And so the litigation hold letter instructs the studio to preserve any documents and data relating to complaints made against Ryan Reynolds by any person, including without limitation, Tim Miller, as well as Miller's departure from film Deadpool 2, as well as any instances of Reynolds exerting creative control of any film project. Now, if you get to the very end of the Variety article, it points to something that Blake Lively posted on July 22nd when she was promoting both movies, Deadpool 2, as well as It Ends With Us. In this post, she says, "My Y2 girlies, I should be competitive because It Ends With Us is coming out in 3 weeks. But when your middle school obsessions, your feelings post-baby, or about nice men who use feminism as a tool," and so on and so forth. Could she be referring to Justin Baldoni about nice men who use feminism as a tool, or just the Nice Pool character? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
And get this, in the movie's credits, Nice Pool isn't even listed as being played by Ryan Reynolds. Instead, the name attached to the role is Gordon Reynolds. Now, that might not mean much on its own, but here's where things get super suspicious. Blake Lively thanked Gordon Reynolds in the credits of It Ends With Us. And if that wasn't enough, back in July, Blake posted an Instagram caption tagging Deadpool and Wolverine and It Ends With Us, saying something about nice men who use feminism as a tool. So now, people are really connecting the dots, and Justin's lawyer even went on Megyn Kelly recently to say he 100% believes that Nice Pool was created to mock Justin. I mean, if you add all of this up, it's looking way more intentional than just some random Marvel character. And at this point, it's hard to say what's going to happen next because this drama is far from over. Justin's lawyer has been all over the media making it clear that they have a lot more receipts, and it really feels like every week, the situation just keeps spiraling. The real question now is, what's next? Are we going to see text between Justin and Blake? Is Ryan going to respond to these allegations? And was Nice Pool actually a shady dig at Justin? Or is this all just a wild coincidence? Let me know what you guys think in the comments because this whole thing is absolutely insane. Do you think Ryan really mocked Justin in Deadpool and Wolverine? Or are people reaching? I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!